Okay. We'll go ahead and call the Clewiston City Commission Tentative Millage and Budget Hearing meeting to order. Commissioner Greg Thompson, City Attorney Dylan Dillenberg, and Mayor Jimmy Pittman are on the phone with us. They're not here in person, but they're on the phone with us. And so we will start the meeting by prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The meeting's been called to order. Is there any changes or deletions or additions to the agenda?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
Commissioner.
All right. Thank you. At this time, are there any public comments? Okay. All right. Hearing no public comments at the time, I will go ahead and begin the public hearing portion of our meeting. We have two resolutions tonight. And so public hearing outline for this meeting is fiscal year 2024-2025 tentative millage rate and tentative budget. The purpose of this public meeting is to accept input from all interested parties relative to the discussion, consideration, and tentative approval of the fiscal year 2024-2025 proposed millage rate and operating budget for the City of Clewiston. This meeting constitutes the first of two hearing processes and was announced to the general public through the Hendry County Notice of Proposed Property Taxes. At this time, the fiscal year 2024-2025 tentative budget hearing is open. Go ahead. The City of Clewiston, Florida proposes a tentative tax on all property located within the city at the rate of 6.3743 mils for the fiscal year 2024-2025. The rate of 6.3743 mils represents the rollback millage rate as defined by the Florida statutes. The total of the proposed capital and operating budget for the fiscal year 2024-2025 is $39,618,786. Okay. At this time, if there's any general comments by the public, we're more than happy to accept those. If not, I'll accept comments from or discussion by the City Commission. But before we do that, I would like to ask the City Manager and our Finance Director to just talk about the budget a little bit.
Well, I just want to say,
whatever you'd like to do.
For my first budget and Randy's, I just want to say you did an excellent job. And to come in under budget the way we did, we basically kept it the same as last year. And I think was a phenomenal job. And by the directors and the staff, I think we did an excellent job. So with that, Randy, I'd like to hear from you.
Well, we've had a half dozen budget meetings with the group here, plus probably 20 more with the department heads, and a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. We don't have any changes from our last meetings, maybe 7, 8, 10 days ago, working days, since we last discussed this. Not much to say. We streamlined the budget process a little bit, cleaned it up, just changed the format up a little bit, but all the data's there, all the meat is there, and not sure what else to say to that other than
talk about the millage a little bit. What the numbers on the millage?
Well, the millage, as you know, the rollback rate remained the same. The ad valorem tax remains the same because of the rollback rate, based on property values, and that rate gets us at the same numbers. In the budget, the number's actually a little bit higher for the ad valorem tax, but only because we just conservatively budgeted last year less than the full amount in the sheets, and we collected the full amount, so it didn't make sense to do that, so we just budgeted
An actual
number, but that's a simple one. I mean, it's actually one of the smaller numbers in the budget. Overall, at 2.4 million, in the budget of, near 40 million. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not the largest number, but obviously it's one of the more important ones to the most people with, being directly affected with property taxes. And really, I can't stress enough how it's, from our point of view, it was kind of like a duck floating around on the water, where his little feet are underneath the water going really quick, and a lot of scrambling behind the scenes to get all these numbers to work. Not sure what else to say other than it's been a smooth process, and
well, you made it smooth for your first year. And
yeah, I honestly think this is really doable, and I think we're going to be close to actuals, and we hold, we keep everybody accountable. I think we can nail this budget coming up this year.
Good. Well, thank you both. Commission, anybody would like to make a comment?
I appreciate the ease of the way you
that was the idea. You are my users.
Math,
so.
addition, whatever. It was easier.
Yep, and my job will always be to try to make it user friendly. And I feel like I understand my audience pretty well, whether it's you or the directors or whatnot. So
I always am amazed at how the city staff will, come together and get all of that sorted out and make it, like Commissioner Edmonds said, easy to digest. So I appreciate that, and I'm really glad to see us be able to go with the rolled back rate. Our families are with their home values going up, and just the price of everything, inflation. It's good to see. It's good that we were able to do that and provide any relief that we can, sure, and still operate well. So.
And I know Commissioner Vice Mayor Thompson and Mayor Pittman are on the phone. Would you all like to say anything?
Yes, I was just happy he was able to keep the rollback rate and provide the same, if not more, services than last year.
Mayor?
And that outstanding job by the staff, especially Randy and Danny, getting it kicked off and put together. Hopefully in the years to come, as we get more, houses, more commercial businesses and buildings, hopefully we'll be able to take that the millage down even further. So great job, guys.
And I agree. I mean, I think it was going to be a challenge to begin with to keep it at the rollback rate, with all our costs going up, whether it was insurance, whether it was just the actual cost of everything in doing city business on behalf of our residents and business owners. So I knew it was going to be a challenge, but I appreciate the work that both of you and the staff put together, because you challenged them, and we made some tough decisions about, what to do per departments, and to keep, for the most part, maintain what we've always had in the city. That's one of the things that I've always been thankful for, that through the years we've been able to keep, our parks. We've been able to keep recreation. We've been able to keep just the different services that we offer. Yes, we're modifying the look of some of them and changes and doing some just more cross-training, which I think is important, especially with technology. But that we were able to do it at the rollback rate, I think is very important. And I agree with future growth that we know that we've worked on for several years now, mm-hmm, with plan unit developments on the north and south side of town, and that we know of interest that's, looking at our community. My hope is without a doubt that we'll have, increased revenues coming to the city because of the development. Sure. And so that doesn't mean we get to spend more, as we know, but mindful of the responsibility that we have. And I know that we have been. I know staff is always looking at that. And so I appreciate that in this budget, we're also going to celebrate staff by giving them, rightly so, an increase, as most proper business owners are having to do. You've got to keep your staff at where they need to be able to have that cost of living adjustment that's necessary, and be able to keep the benefits. And so I'm thankful that we were able to do that and just continue to sharpen the pencil as we did. So is there any other comments? Is there anybody from the public that would like to speak? Okay. And Kathy, we did not receive anything in regards to this meeting that needed to be. Okay. Does the attorney have anything, Dylan?
I have no comments.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. But just I'm sorry.
I said I think Randy did an excellent job in his presentation and stated everything that needed to be said.
Okay. Thank you so much. And just so that everyone knows that this is the packet that we have before us, which outlines the tentative budget, is included on the website. And anyone can certainly, it's a public website. Anybody can go and look at the budget that we're discussing tonight. All right. So hearing no more discussion, I'd like to read the resolution by title. Resolution number 2024-062, a resolution of the City of Clewiston, Florida, adopting a tentative millage rate for the levy of ad valorem taxes for fiscal year 2024-2025. This does represent the rollback rate. Any further discussion? Is there a motion for the adoption of millage resolution number 2024-062?
I move we accept.
I have a motion from Commissioner Highslope and a second by Commissioner Edmonds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We have also before us the budget resolution 2024-063, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Clewiston, Florida, adopting the tentative budget for fiscal year 2024-2025. Any discussion about the budget? If not, I call for a motion for the adoption of budget resolution number 2024-063.
So moved.
Okay. I have a motion by Commissioner Highslope and a second by
Pittman, I think.
Mayor Pittman.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. There's no further business before us as a commission. This was the public hearing were the only things that were noticed. So at this time, I'll close the budget hearing and ask for a motion to close the hearing. I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Our hearing is adjourned. Thank you so much.
Great job. Good job,
Great job,
everybody.
everyone.
Yep, good
Thank
job.
y'all. Appreciate it.
Good evening, everyone.